Field. Coach, first, number one, welcome to Western Michigan. Kind of tell Bronco fans how you came to Kalamazoo.
Well, at the end of the season at Hofstra, I know Coach Cuba had called Coach Cohen about the possibility of coming out here to be the defensive coordinator, and I'd worked with Coach Cohen there, and they sort of at the same point asked me if I'd be interested in coming along, and it was a very easy decision after playing out here. Last year against Western Michigan, just saw the facilities, the support, and just what a great place it really was.
You mentioned you've worked with Coach Cohen. How does that help the cohesiveness, especially the fact we have all different coaches on the defense side of the ball? How does it help the cohesiveness with you guys and with the staff as a whole?
Well, I think it helps from a cohesive standpoint where I know what he expects in the defense, and really what the defensive package is. Especially in the back end part of things, and with him being the linebackers in the front end, allows us to sort of probably speed up the development of the staff a little bit and get everybody on the same page for what the philosophy is defensively, what the schemes are defensively, and where we want the defense to be.
I just spoke with Coach Cohen, and he had mentioned how the defensive style is going to be, in a word, aggressive. Mm-hmm. And anybody who watched the game, Western Michigan's game against Hofstra last year, knew that you guys were very aggressive, especially hard hitting. Just kind of talk about your coaching philosophy from a defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it is to be aggressive. I think that first and foremost, it's a game of fundamentals. You can get in all the scheme work you want and do all those things, but if the players aren't fundamentally sound and don't know where they should be looking as far as keys and reads go, on every certain play, there's always going to be indecision and really not a feeling for what they should be doing. And we spend a lot of time with the faction of that there's going to be keys and there's reads and there's things and knowledge to your position and understanding what you're doing, because I really believe when players have a great knowledge of what they're doing from a fundamental standpoint, and you tie it in with the scheme standpoint, then they can play fast, and when they can play fast, they can play aggressive and they can be physical. If there's constant thinking going on the field, and sometimes that happens within certain schemes and certain things where kids are unsure of what they're doing, and when that unsure part comes in, kids just don't play as fast, and you can't expect somebody to play physical and play aggressive if there's a lot of second guessing going on in their minds, because you're asking players to make decisions in split-second situations, and they have to be sure what they're doing, and they have to be confident with what they're doing, and that takes a lot of repetition, for them to be able to do it.
Now, we are just about to start the spring season. I'm not sure how much film you've been able to watch of the previous year, but just kind of talk about some of the positives you've seen from our safeties that are coming back and the defensive backfield as a whole.
No, we watched a lot of tape when we first got here on last season, and then it was, just to get a feeling on the players. We spent a lot of time with the players, in drills and some things that we've been doing, and really off the field getting to know them a little bit too. And I've been very impressed. I think there's overall the players here want to be successful right now, and they want to do what it's going to take to be successful, and they know that there's steps and there's a work part to it that they have to do right now in order to be successful. And that's been, really I'm not going to say a surprise, because people are competitive, but it's been something that's been great, because there hasn't been any reluctance on their part to jump in and do what we've been asking them to do, and to study the defense and to learn the defense so that they can know it for spring ball, and so we can start the building blocks in the spring that are going to lead to the fall and the success we're going to have in the fall.
I've asked some of the other coaches this, and everybody knows you guys work many hours in one day and many hours throughout a season. But when you guys do get time, downtime, what's something away from the game of football, away from sports, college athletics, that you look forward to doing when you get that time away?
Oh, I think as you get older, your life changes. I have two girls now, and to be honest with you, all my time away from football is spent with my family now, and spending time with my kids. My oldest is in the sports now, so I get a chance to watch her play, and the youngest has a lot of energy, so my wife needs a lot of help with that. So I like playing golf. I like doing those types of things. But like I said, as you get older, the priorities change. And right now, when I'm away from the office and away from things, it's more just family time. So as I've turned into more of a boring person than anything at this point in my life, but I really do value my family and in the time I get to spend with them, especially because it does get limited, as you get with the coaching and the seasons and the recruiting and those types of things. So it's really fun to be with the family when I have time.
All right, thanks, Coach.
No problem. Thanks.